God says, heaven is in huge shock because only you still don't know what took place last night. I am telling you, watch this now. Hurry, because this is your final chance to uncover the whole truth before it's too late. Open this before 9 p.m. I am not speaking in riddles. I am not whispering in shadows. I am calling out to you in the open. Right now, this is your moment. Everything in heaven stood still last night, and the angels waited in silence. The heavens trembled, the earth listened, but you, yes, you are still unaware of what was written about you. You have to hear this. If you walk away without listening, you may miss the very thing you've been praying for all your life. If you believe, comment Amen right now. Do it to affirm this is for you. Because what happened last night wasn't ordinary. It wasn't random. It wasn't chaos. It was a divine alignment set in motion with your name written across it. While you were sleeping, the heavens were moving. God's hand was drawing something on your behalf. And now, this is your chance to see it, feel it, receive it. But time is not patient. Delay will steal what is meant to bless you. Let this settle in your heart. The reason you are hearing this is because you are chosen. You are not just another name among many. You are called. You are marked. And I am speaking to you because I still want you to see what almost passed you by. You are still in time, but barely. If you knew what the enemy tried to steal from you in the dark hours of the night, you would never take this moment lightly. If you saw what was blocked by my angels because of your prayers, you would fall to your knees in awe. Heaven is in shock because you don't yet know what was sent to you and almost taken from you. Like this video, if you feel this message tugging at your spirit, don't wait. That click is more than a gesture, it's a mark of agreement between your heart and what heaven is revealing. I am God, and I do not speak in vain. I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. I saw every tear you cried when no one else did. I stood with you when you thought you were alone. And last night, I moved. I intervened. I closed doors that would have destroyed you. I opened paths no man could see. But if you don't listen now, it may pass by, unnoticed, like wind in the night. Comment 1111 if you believe I have something for you right now. Your life has not been easy. You've been carrying a storm inside you that no one could see. You've learned to smile with pain behind your eyes. You've learned to survive without support. And yet, here you are, still standing, still hoping, still trying. Do you know what that means to me? It means you have not given up on me, even when everything told you to. And because of that, I have not given up on you. Last night, your name was spoken in the courts of heaven. Angels were assigned. Battles were fought. A turning point was written. You didn't see it. You didn't feel it. But it was real. It was holy. It was about you. Now, the final part rests in your hands. Your choice to receive it. Don't ignore this. The reason you've been feeling restless, the reason your spirit has been uneasy, the reason you've been waking up at odd hours is because your spirit sensed it. Even when your mind didn't understand, your soul knew something was shifting. If you trust that I still have power over your life, comment 222 right now. You are not watching this by chance. This is not just another moment scrolling through time. This is a divine interruption. I've waited for the right moment to tell you this. You are almost unreachable, almost too far. But I caught you in this very second because time is running out. Tonight is a seal. That's why I said open this before 9 p.m. Because what you do with this will either unlock or delay. This is the moment that can break cycles, release blessings, shift outcomes, and redirect your future. I am God, and I am not a man that I should lie. You don't need to understand it all right now, but if you walk away and say, maybe later, you may not hear this again. I speak when it matters. I reach when the door is closing. I call when there's still a chance to answer. So don't ask yourself why you feel this urgency in your chest right now. It's because your spirit remembers what your heart forgot. I've been trying to reach you. Last night, chains were broken. But now, you need to walk forward, or those chains will find their way back to your ankles. I've seen the conversations behind your back. I've heard the doubts in your mind. I know how you question your worth because of what others did or didn't do. But I'm not them. I am the one who formed you. I see who you are becoming, not just who you've been. And last night, I moved on that version of you that is rising out of the ashes. You've been misunderstood. You've been overlooked. You've been betrayed. But I haven't overlooked you. I haven't misunderstood you. I haven't walked away from you. When everyone turned their backs, I leaned in closer. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. Now is the moment to hear what heaven held back just for you. What was going to be lost, I recovered. What was going to be delayed, I accelerated. But if you don't take this seriously, you will watch it slip through your fingers without even knowing what you lost. You asked for a sign, you begged for a word, you whispered for direction. Here it is, loud and clear, but it will not knock on your door forever. You have until 9 p.m. Not because I am cruel, but because the gates of this specific hour are closing. This is not fear, this is favor. This is not threat. This is love. A love that warns you because it wants to rescue you. A love that tells you the truth even when it hurts. A love that still believes in your future even when you've stopped believing in it yourself. But now, you need to know what I did. You need to know why heaven stood still, why the angels gathered, why the scrolls with your name were unsealed. And you need to know it before the clock strikes this next turning point. If your heart is open to receive what I'm still about to reveal, comment 333 to declare your faith. You may think nothing's happening. You may look around and see the same struggles, the same delays, the same silence, but what you don't see is what I'm doing behind the curtain. What you don't hear is the sound of walls cracking. What you don't feel yet is the shift under your feet. Because I do my deepest work in unseen places, like seeds breaking open under the ground, like roots growing in the dark before the sprout ever appears. That's what last night was. A cracking, a beginning, a movement. You are being drawn into a divine setup, not a trap, not a punishment, a setup for glory, for breakthrough, for redemption. This is your story, and it's turning in your favor. I know you've been weary. I know you've been trying to hold on with a faith that feels too thin, too tired. But I didn't ask you to be perfect. I asked you to trust me. I didn't ask for strong hands. I asked for a surrendered heart. And even when you doubted me, I still called your name. Even when you thought I forgot you, I whispered your future into the wind. There's something sacred about what you're going through. It feels like pain, but it's transformation. It feels like loss, but it's realignment. It feels like delay, but it's protection. You thought you were being punished, but all this time I've been pulling you away from what would have destroyed you. Last night, something broke in the spirit, something heavy, something old, something that's been chained to your bloodline, your mind, your history. And now, in this moment, you're standing on the edge of freedom, but it's up to you to step forward. I won't push you. I won't drag you. I'm inviting you. But this door will not remain open forever. If you feel that weight loosening from your shoulders, comment 555 right now. That's faith moving. Listen carefully, this is not the end. This is the shift, the in-between, the place where everything begins to look different even if nothing on the outside has changed yet. Do not despise this season, do not curse it, because even in this space I am working, I am healing, I am turning pain into preparation. I know how tired you are of hoping. I know how much it hurts to believe again after so many disappointments. But I'm not asking you to believe in a person. I'm not asking you to believe in a plan. I'm asking you to believe in me. The same God who parted the sea, the same God who shut the lion's mouth, the same God who raised the dead. That's who is speaking to you right now. I haven't changed. I'm still the God who sees you, who counts your tears, who writes your name on the palm of my hand, and I'm still fighting for you, even when you can't feel it. Last night wasn't a mistake. It was a moment when I made a decision about your life. A moment where I said, enough, enough of the cycles, enough of the enemy's lies, enough of your fear. I drew a line in the sand. But now you have to walk across it, because here is the truth. You can't stay where you are and receive what I have next. You can't cling to what's safe and still inherit the promised land. I'm calling you higher. I'm calling you deeper. I'm calling you out of comfort and into destiny. You prayed for purpose. You asked for clarity. You begged for signs. Now I'm showing you the open door. But you have to choose to walk through it. The next hours matter. The posture of your heart matters. Because the enemy will try to distract you. He will whisper, "This isn't for you. Keep scrolling. Don't believe it." But that voice is afraid. Because when you step into the truth of who you are, chains break, legacies change, generations are healed. You are not just fighting for yourself, you are carrying freedom for your children and their children. You are standing in the gap for those who couldn't fight. You are lifting your voice in a battle that began before you were even born. And I am with you. I am going before you. I am surrounding you. If you know I've been with you through it all, comment 1212 and stand on that truth. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There are blessings you haven't even imagined yet. There are victories already prepared. There are miracles hanging in the balance, waiting for you to say yes. Yes to trusting again. Yes to stepping out of fear. Yes to opening your heart one more time. I know how hard it's been. I've seen every moment you almost gave up. I've seen you press through with trembling hands. I've seen you get out of bed when you didn't even have strength. And I have never loved you less because of your weakness. In fact, it's in your weakness that my strength is made perfect. You are more loved than you know, more protected than you realize, more chosen than you feel. I didn't bring you this far just to abandon you now. I'm not done writing your story, and last night I wrote a new chapter. Now, it's up to you to turn the page. You don't need all the answers. You just need to trust that I have them. You don't need the map, just take the next step. You've been praying for a sign. This is it. You've been asking for proof. This is it. You've been hoping someone would see your pain. I see it, and I'm not looking away. The door is still open, but not for long. What comes next will depend on what you do with this moment. Before the clock strikes, decide. Before the noise of the world steals this word from your heart, hold on to it. Let it take root. Let it grow. Let it change you. Do you understand now why last night wasn't just another night? Do you see it yet? Something shifted while you slept. The heavens moved because your name was brought up. Your situation, your future, your healing, your breakthrough, it was all discussed, all decided, all delivered. But you don't know yet, and heaven is watching in awe, waiting for you to catch up with what's already been done. Comment 777 if you're ready to step into what I've prepared. While you were sleeping, the storm started to calm. The path that looked impossible began to clear. The spiritual chains that had you bound for years, they cracked. My angels stood on guard over your life because what was headed your way was meant to stop you for good, but it didn't, and it won't. That heaviness that's been sitting on your chest for weeks, it wasn't your imagination, it was a sign. Your spirit was under pressure because something powerful was coming to the surface. And now that it's here, I need you to not ignore it. I need you to walk into this with eyes wide open. This is your time, but it's also your test. Can you trust what you don't fully understand yet? Can you move before you see the finish line? Can you let go of what hurt you so you can grab hold of what will heal you? This isn't just about a blessing. This is about obedience. This is about surrender. This is about whether you'll believe that I'm still a God of miracles, a God who breaks timelines, who overrides doctors' reports, who restores what others call ruined. And you, yes, you are part of that miracle. You keep asking why the pressure increased, why the people around you began to fall away, why things got harder right before they looked like they were about to turn around. It's because the enemy saw the shift before you did. He tried to discourage you, tried to distract you, but you kept waking up. You kept showing up. You kept believing, even with trembling faith. And that's why you're still in the game. Last night, I sealed something for you. I can't show it all at once because your faith has to grow into what's coming. But make no mistake, it's coming. The confirmation, the release, the open door, it's already set in motion. But your posture determines your pace. Will you keep walking even when it's quiet? Will you stay faithful even when it feels like nothing's changing? Will you believe I'm still moving even when you don't feel a thing? This is your test, but it's also your setup. You're standing on holy ground, and not because everything around you looks holy, but because I've made your life a space where my glory will be seen. Where your enemies thought you'd fall, you will rise. Where others counted you out, I will lift you up. Because I don't choose based on appearance, I choose based on purpose. And you have purpose that cannot be erased by failure, fear, or delay. If you've ever felt forgotten by the world, comment 999. Because I have never forgotten you, not for a moment. You've survived more than you speak about. You've fought wars no one knows you were in. And even when it felt like I was far, I was closer than your next breath. Every sleepless night I sat beside you, every silent cry, I caught it before it hit the pillow. Every moment you wanted to give up, I whispered, keep going. It's not over. That's what last night was about. That's why heaven is shocked. Because your heart has no idea just how close you are to the promise. The dream you thought was dead, it's still alive in my hands. The prayers you thought were forgotten, they're still echoing in my throne room. The breakthrough you stopped expecting, it's closer than it's ever been. But here's what I need you to do. Do not return to what broke you. Do not go back to what made you doubt yourself. I brought you through too much to have you turn around now. The pain you escaped isn't where you belong anymore. The places you had to crawl out of don't get to pull you back in. Not now, not again. There is fresh oil over your life. There is a new season opening up. And if you trust me enough to leave the old behind, I will show you what beauty I've been preparing while you were in the fire. You didn't walk through all of that for nothing. You didn't survive that heartbreak just to feel empty again. You didn't lose what you lost just to be left behind. There is redemption coming. There is restoration that will make sense of the silence. There is joy ahead that will erase years of pain. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. But you must stay alert, stay awake, stay open, because what I'm doing next won't look like what you expected. It'll be better. It won't come through the people you thought it would. It'll come through strangers, through divine appointments, through doors that didn't even exist last year. I am not bound by your calendar. I don't operate on human deadlines. I bring things together in ways that only make sense after the miracle shows up. But you've got to keep your spirit aligned, keep your heart tuned, keep your mind clear. Because the enemy will try again, but this time, you're wiser, you're stronger. You're not who you used to be. You're battle-tested, you're anointed, you're appointed. You're still standing, and that alone is proof of my power. I've brought you through storms that could have taken your life. I've walked you through valleys that others didn't come out of. And now, I'm ready to bring you into the land I promised. But you have to keep walking with me. And now, the only thing standing between you and the breakthrough is your willingness to receive it. I'm not holding back your blessing. I'm not hiding your purpose. I'm not keeping you waiting because I forgot you. I've been preparing you for the weight of what's next. And if I gave it to you before you were ready, it would have crushed you instead of blessed you. If you believe I've been preparing something greater for you, comment 1010 right now, because I have. I've been rebuilding you piece by piece in the quiet, in the places no one else sees, in the prayers you prayed when your voice was shaking. I was there. I caught every tear like treasure. I heard every whisper. And even when you thought I wasn't listening, I was already moving. Last night wasn't a coincidence, it was a marking, a moment where heaven wrote a new line in your story. A moment where the chains snapped in the unseen, and the plans of the enemy were exposed and cancelled. But now, I need you to step into what I've made room for. You've been stuck at the doorway of something greater for too long, afraid to hope again, afraid to try again, afraid to be disappointed one more time. But this fear cannot travel with you into what's coming. This fear was formed in the wilderness, and the wilderness is over. The promised land is in sight. But fear will keep you wandering in circles if you let it. You asked me for a sign. You asked me to show you that I'm still with you. I am. And this message is that sign. This is not your imagination. This is not emotional hype. This is your Father in heaven, calling you out of the shadows and back into your inheritance. You have an inheritance, one that cannot be stolen, one that no man can take. one that wasn't based on your perfection, but on my purpose. And your purpose hasn't changed. Not because of your mistakes, not because of what they said about you, not because of how long it's taken. If you trust that your purpose is still alive, comment 1515 and hold on to that promise. Listen, you didn't miss it. You didn't ruin it. You didn't lose your chance. You're still chosen, still covered, still anointed. The gifts I placed in you are still there, buried beneath the pain, waiting to breathe again. And they will come alive, not because you're strong, but because I'm faithful. You have no idea how many times I protected you from things that were never meant to touch your life. You don't even know how many times I said no when you begged for yes, because I could see what you couldn't. I wasn't being cruel. I was keeping you safe. And now the door is opening. But you have to walk through it. I won't force you. I won't drag you. I'll invite you like I'm doing now. Will you come? Will you leave behind what made you small? Will you stop apologizing for being called? Will you stop watering down your worth to fit into places I've already called you out of? You've been trying to survive, and I'm calling you to live. You've been carrying battles on your back that were never yours to fight. It's time to lay them down. Let me carry what's too heavy for you. Let me fight where you've grown weary. You don't need to earn my love. You don't need to prove yourself to me. I chose you before you ever lifted a finger, and I've never changed my mind. You may feel broken, but you are not disqualified. You may feel tired, but you are not abandoned. You may feel unseen, but I've had my eyes on you every second of your life. That's why I sent this message now, because I saw that you were about to give up. I saw the exhaustion on your face. I saw the doubt growing in your heart, and I said, no more wandering, no more questioning your worth, no more shrinking to fit into places that don't value who I made you to be. It ends now. The delay ends. The silence ends. The confusion ends. Because today, I am pulling you out of the pit and setting your feet back on solid ground. You may not feel ready, but I am. And if I say it's time, then it's time. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on time for what I've prepared. I've been waiting for you to recognize the shift that already started. And now I'm waiting for your yes. Say yes in your heart. Yes to healing. Yes to wholeness. Yes to walking in the light. You don't have to know how it all works. You just have to take the first step. This is your moment. This is your release. If you feel this word was for you, if you felt it reach something deep inside your soul, don't ignore it. Don't scroll past this and pretend your heart didn't just tremble. That's me, speaking, calling, inviting. Before the clock runs out, step into the light. Don't return to darkness. Don't let shame silence you. Don't let regret hold you hostage. What happened last night was your miracle in motion. What happens now depends on your response. You've been mine through the pain. You've been mine through the silence. You've been mine through the sin, the shame, the failure, the tears. And last night, yes, that moment heaven trembled. I reminded every force of darkness that you still belong to me. Comment 1717 if you believe I've called you for something bigger than what you're currently living. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy-at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't even know how close you came to losing something sacred. The enemy had plans you weren't aware of. Conversations were taking place about your future, but I stepped in. I shattered his assignments. I dismantled what was never meant to touch you. And now, the atmosphere around your life has shifted. But if you keep living unaware, if you ignore what I'm showing you now, the enemy will try to sneak back in through doors you were supposed to close for good. That's why I'm urging you, do not delay this moment. Do not scroll away and say, maybe later, because later may be too far. Later might not carry this same grace. I'm not saying this to pressure you. I'm saying this to protect you. I am your shield. I am your covering. I am the one who stood in the gap when you didn't even know there was a battle raging. But now you know. And now, you're responsible for what you've heard. You can't stay silent anymore. You can't keep playing small. You can't keep doubting your own anointing because you're scared of being disappointed again. I didn't bring you through the fire to leave you afraid of the light. I want you to stand up and rise into what I created you to carry. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to settle for just enough. You were made to walk in power. You were made to carry my presence. You were made to shift atmospheres simply by being obedient to me. But you've been distracted. You've let the noise of the world drown out my whisper. You've let other voices speak louder than mine in your heart. You've let guilt hold you back from grace. But that stops now. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm not asking you to have it all figured out. I'm asking you to trust me. Just enough to let me lead. Just enough to surrender what you've been trying to control. Because the truth is, control has only left you more anxious. And I never asked you to carry what was mine to begin with. Let me take it now. Let me carry the weight of the future. Let me be the one who heals what broke in you so long ago. You've done enough surviving. It's time to start living. You've been trying to protect your heart for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to be held by me. You've guarded yourself from more pain, but in the process, you've blocked some of the joy too. I'm reaching in right now not to force you, but to free you. If you're ready to receive what I've had for you all along, comment, Amen. Don't wait. You're not too far gone. You're not too broken. You're not too complicated. I knew every part of your journey before you ever took your first breath. And I still said yes. I still chose you. I still saw greatness in you, even in the mess. And now, I'm telling you it's time. Time to heal, time to forgive, time to return to me with your whole heart. No more half yes, no more standing at the edge of the water afraid to jump. I will catch you. I always have. The same arms that carried you through the hardest days are open now, waiting for your surrender. And when you fall into me, you'll realize you never had to carry this weight alone. There is purpose on your life that is waking up again. There is vision returning to your eyes. There is a fire being lit in your spirit. You may not feel it all yet, but it's happening, because you are finally ready to hear me again. And because you stayed, because you listened, because you didn't scroll away when your flesh wanted to, I will honor that. I reward obedience, I bless faith, and I breathe life into dry bones. This is a holy moment, one that will not return the same way again. Heaven is watching. Angels are surrounding you even now, assigned to the very prayers you've cried out in secret. What's next will not look like what's been. The pain will not repeat. The storm will not return. The silence will not stay, because you're stepping into alignment with me. And when you align with heaven, earth has no choice but to respond. If you've ever doubted whether I was really working in your life, remember this moment. When everything you needed to hear came not from a person, not from a sermon, but from me, directly. personally because I know what your heart has been craving. You've spent too long thinking you had to earn my love, that you had to prove yourself worthy before I'd speak. But I never asked for that. I only asked you to come close. I've always wanted your heart, not your checklist. I've always wanted relationship, not religion. And last night, that holy night, was me fighting for that relationship again. While the world slept, I was writing a new beginning, a chapter that your pain never saw coming, a breakthrough that your mind never imagined, a door no man could open but I did. But now, I need you to wake up to what's already begun. I need your spirit to rise before your eyes can see it. You felt something shift, didn't you? You couldn't name it, you couldn't explain it, but something in your spirit stirred. That wasn't coincidence. That was me, tapping your soul, whispering, "Get ready, because the very thing the enemy used to bury you is the same ground I'm going to use to resurrect you." Comment 222 if you trust that I can still turn it all around. I am the God who turns graves into gardens. I make rivers flow in dry places. I make a way through the wilderness and a path through the sea. And I haven't changed. You've been walking through a season where everything felt stripped away. Relationships faded, opportunities vanished, hope grew thin. But don't confuse the pruning with punishment. I've been cutting things back so that what's about to grow will have room to breathe. You were never being rejected. You were being redirected. You didn't lose them. I removed them. You didn't miss it. I delayed it until it wouldn't destroy you. And now I'm bringing you to the very edge of what you've cried for. But listen to me. You cannot bring old mindsets into this new place. You cannot carry that fear into the future. You cannot speak death over what I'm trying to bring to life. Let your words match your prayers. Let your faith catch up to what your spirit already knows. It's time. I didn't send this message to entertain you. I sent it because you're at a crossroads. You're standing between the old and the new, between what you've known and what I've promised. And if you walk forward in faith, even when you feel nothing, even when you're afraid, I will flood your life with confirmation that you never expected. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down any time. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it's gone forever. I've already gone ahead of you. I've already prepared the way, but you've got to leave the chains behind. I saw you trying to carry old wounds into new places. I saw how tightly you held on to what hurt you just because it was familiar. But that pain is not your home. That heartbreak is not your identity. That failure is not your name. Your name is loved. Your name is chosen. Your name is mine. If you believe that, comment, Amen. Let your faith speak louder than your fear. This is not a time for small prayers. This is not a time to shrink back into what's safe. This is the moment to stretch your faith like never before, because what's coming will demand it. The level of blessing I'm about to pour into your life will require a deeper level of trust, a bolder obedience, a stronger heart. So, I'm preparing you now. I'm healing what needs to be healed so that when the miracle arrives, you won't sabotage it by believing you're still broken. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. Every broken piece has been picked up by my hand. Every shattered moment is now a part of your testimony. You may not see the full picture yet, but I do, and it is beautiful. Stop letting the enemy lie to you about your value. Stop letting past voices speak louder than my truth. You were created for more than survival. You were created to walk in authority. You don't need to chase what I've already planned. You don't need to prove what I've already promised. You don't need to fear what I've already defeated. Rest in this. I've got you. When others walked away, I stayed. When you pushed me away, I waited. When you forgot me, I remembered you. And now, I'm calling you deeper, not into religion, not into rules, but into my presence. Because in my presence, fear melts. In my presence, healing begins. In my presence, clarity comes. And all I need from you is this. Stay with me. Keep your heart open. Don't let distractions drown out what I'm speaking. Don't let emotions silence what your spirit knows is real. You've made it this far. That's no accident. That's evidence of grace. The battle didn't take you out. The fire didn't burn you up. The storm didn't sweep you away. Because I was in it, and I am still with you now. You may have lost people, but you didn't lose me. You may have lost your way, but you didn't lose your worth. You may have lost time, but I can redeem that too. I am the redeemer of lost time, missed chances, broken roads, and wounded hearts. There is nothing I cannot restore. There is no delay I cannot turn into divine acceleration. There is no pain I cannot transform into purpose. The only question left is, will you believe me? Will you let this message sink deep? Will you respond? Because the moment is here. The heavens are open. The scroll has been unsealed, and the next move is yours. If you feel this in your soul, if your heart has been beating faster, if something inside you is screaming, "This is for me," don't dismiss it. Not the kind of faith you show others. The real kind. The kind that says, "I don't understand, but I'll follow." The kind that whispers yes, even when your legs are shaking. That's what I'm asking from you now, because this is your shift. This is the moment you've been unknowingly preparing for. This is the very thing you cried for, but never expected to come wrapped in fire, silence, waiting, and heartbreak. But I use all of it, every season, every tear, every unanswered prayer. I never waste what you walk through. I harvest every pain and turn it into purpose. Comment 333 to declare your faith if you feel this is touching your soul. Last night wasn't just a breakthrough. It was a birthing, a spiritual birthing that took place without your eyes seeing it, but your spirit knows. That's why you've been feeling pressure. That's why everything has been pressing in on you lately. Because what's being born through you is heavy with glory. You were never meant to live a normal life. That's why everything hits you differently. That's why you feel more, carry more, cry deeper, and break harder. Because you're carrying a call that few understand, a mantle that can't be explained, only revealed. And now I'm revealing it. But with this revelation comes a choice. You can either step fully into what I'm calling you to, or keep circling the same mountain, waiting for a better time. There is no better time. This is the time. This is the moment where you get to rise from the ashes and walk into what's already been written for you. I'm not promising it'll be easy, but I am promising I'll be with you. Through the fire, I'll be there. Through the questions, I'll be there. Through the transition, I'll never leave your side. And I know transition is uncomfortable. I know this season feels like walking blind, but I need you to trust that just because you can't see what's ahead doesn't mean I'm not guiding you. You're not lost, you're being led. This is not punishment. This is positioning. You've asked me to use your life. You've asked me to break the cycles. You've asked me to make a way out of no way, and I have. But now, the weight of your words is being tested. Will you trust me, even when the answers are not immediate? Will you stay with me, even when your expectations feel unmet? Because I'm doing something deeper than you asked for. You prayed for peace, I'm giving you strength. You asked for blessings, I'm giving you endurance. You wanted quick answers, I'm giving you wisdom. Because what's coming will require more than surface-level faith. It will require a rooted, tested, unshakable trust in me. And that's what I've been building in you this whole time, even when you didn't see it. If you feel something rising inside you right now, comment 555 and let your faith move with this word. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You're not who you used to be. Can you feel that? You don't think the same. You don't react the same. You don't even fit into old spaces anymore. That's not by accident. That's me, reshaping your identity to match your assignment. That's me, stripping away the lies and labels you picked up along the way. I'm reintroducing you to who I originally created you to be. You thought the silence meant I left you. But it was in the silence that I was rewriting your name, not rejected, not forgotten, not overlooked, but chosen, called, anointed. You keep wondering why some things aren't opening for you. Why certain people are slipping away. Why some dreams feel like they're dying. It's because I'm closing what doesn't align with your next. I'm removing what can't go with you into your promised season. And if I have to break your heart to save your purpose, I will. Because I love you that much. And I know the process has hurt. I know it's been lonely. I know there are nights you cried with no answers, praying I would just speak. This is that answer. This is that word. This is me speaking. You are not late. You are not disqualified. You are not invisible. You are seen. You are held. You are guided by a hand that never lets go. And what you've been waiting for, I'm already preparing to release it. But you've got to keep walking. Don't settle. Don't go back. Don't silence your spirit to please people who were never meant to walk with you. I'm aligning your life with your purpose. I'm restoring what was lost. I'm sending provision in unexpected ways. I'm unlocking rooms you didn't even know existed. But it all starts with your yes. One yes can change everything. One step of faith can unlock years of promise. You are not powerless. You are not hopeless. You are standing on the edge of something that will mark the rest of your life. But I can't move for you. You must choose it. You must reach for it. You must believe I am still the God who parts seas and raises the dead, and speaks life where there was once only dust. Let me be God in your life again, not just in your prayers, but in your decisions. Not just in your Sundays, but in your everyday. Not just when you're desperate, but when you're unsure. Heaven is still watching. The angels are still assigned. The weight of your destiny is still active. But your response will determine whether it moves forward or sits in waiting. You asked for a breakthrough, but I'm asking for belief. You begged for a miracle, but I'm asking for movement. You cried for answers, but I'm asking for action. Faith without works is dead. You know the verse. You've heard it before. But now it's your turn to live it. Because what happened last night didn't just set things in motion, it created a doorway. One that will close soon. And if you don't walk through it now, you'll still be loved, but you'll miss what I tried to give you early. Comment 1212 if you believe this is your doorway moment. Let me remind you again, you are not watching this by mistake. You are not hearing this by accident. You didn't just scroll here randomly. I've been aligning this encounter for longer than you know. Because you've been asking to hear from me. You've been wanting to know if I'm still near. You've been crying out in secret, wondering if I still see you. Yes, I see you, and I'm still near. Even when I'm quiet, I'm near. Even when you doubt, I'm near. Even when you walk away, I'm still close enough to catch you when you fall. But I didn't just come here to comfort you. I came here to shake you awake. You've stayed in this spiritual sleep long enough. You've gotten used to settling, used to surviving, used to assuming that nothing's going to change. But I didn't create you to live numb. I created you to live bold. And I'm calling that boldness out of you now. You may not feel brave, but you are chosen. You may not feel worthy, but you are appointed. You may not feel ready, but I am. Because this isn't about how strong you are. It's about how surrendered you are. I'm not asking for your plan, I already have one. I'm not asking for your perfection, I already see your heart. I'm asking for your trust, because without it, you'll end up holding on to what I'm trying to free you from. Let go now of what you already know. That person you keep going back to even though I already pulled them away. Let go. That mindset that keeps whispering that you're not enough. Let go. That false identity you wear because someone wounded you. Let go. I cannot fill hands that are still clinging to what I never gave you. And I want to give you more. Not just for your comfort, but for your calling. Because what I've placed on your life is bigger than just survival. It's not just about getting through the day. It's about stepping into something that carries eternal weight. It's about becoming who I called you to be before the world tried to shape you into someone else. If you know there's more inside you that hasn't been released yet, comment, Amen. That seed of greatness you keep feeling stir, that dream you think is too wild, that whisper in the back of your mind that says you're meant for more. That's me. That's my spirit. That's the evidence that I'm not finished, that I'm still working, that I'm still writing. But I need your participation. I need your alignment. You've been asking for my will, but still making decisions that contradict it. That's why you feel stuck. That's why your peace has been unsteady. Because you can't walk in full freedom while still clinging to partial obedience. This is the part of the message that requires honesty. The part where you look in the mirror and say, am I really ready to live like I believe him? Have you heard about the top secret ritual the government wants to keep hidden? Imagine if a single 7-second ritual could clear your debts and draw wealth to you effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 leading neuroscience labs confirm it's not a myth. Struggling families are moving into dream homes with total peace of mind. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Because I've shown you signs. I've spoken in whispers. I've sent confirmation after confirmation. But at some point, belief has to become action. You say you want change, but are you willing to let go of the familiar? You say you want healing, but are you willing to open the wound? You say you want purpose, but are you willing to release control? The truth is, most of what's delaying you isn't outside of you. It's inside. It's the fear, the doubt, the silent lie that says, maybe I'm too far gone. But I'm standing here saying the opposite. You're not too far gone. You're right on time. Last night's shift was not your ending. It was your deliverance. And now, I need you to move like you believe it. Speak differently. Think differently. Walk differently. Pray differently. Because heaven has moved. Now it's your turn. If you feel something breaking off of you, comment 777 to mark this moment. Your life is not random. Your pain is not wasted. Your name has not been forgotten. There is more for you. There is still time, but not forever. This open window will close, not because I want to punish you, but because the moment will pass. And when it does, you'll either be ready or you'll watch others walk through what was meant for you. Not because I loved them more, but because they said yes when it counted. You still have the chance to say yes. And if you say it with your heart, not just your mouth, I'll flood your life with the clarity, strength, and peace you've been missing. But I won't do it your way. I'll do it the way that heals you, the way that grows you, the way that keeps you. I know you've felt like time slipped past you. I know you've looked at your life and said, it's too late now. But it's not too late. Not for me. Not when I'm the one who created time in the first place. I'm not bound by your deadlines. I'm not panicked by the delays. I'm not limited by what you've lost. I am the God who restores. And what you thought was wasted is still in my hands. Comment 1111 if you believe I can redeem the time you thought was gone. I'm speaking directly to the one who's been fighting in silence. You've been strong for everyone else. You've smiled when your heart was breaking. You've stayed standing when you didn't even know how. But I saw every single moment of it. And I'm telling you right now, your endurance has not been in vain. You are not invisible to me. Heaven is not blind to your pain. What happened last night? It was a reward in motion. A shift in the spiritual realm began because of your persistence. Because even when you didn't feel me, you kept trusting me. Even when you were afraid, you didn't walk away. Even when no one stood with you, you stayed with me. And that kind of faith moves heaven. You've been waiting on something big, and I'm not just going to answer with a whisper. I'm about to answer with evidence. You will see it. You will feel it. You will walk into what I've been preparing. But I need you to stay close. Don't go back to what broke you. Don't lean on your own understanding. Don't try to force what I'm already arranging. The problem isn't whether I'll come through. The problem is, will you still trust me when it looks like I won't? Because I do some of my greatest work in the middle of the silence, and you've been living in that middle space. You're not where you were, but you're not yet where you're going. And in that in-between, your faith is being shaped, your heart is being tested, your trust is being refined. But the promise still stands. If you've been in that silent middle ground, comment 999 to say you're still trusting. You think I forgot? I don't forget. You think I ignored your prayers? I haven't missed a single one. You think you messed it all up? Child, I wrote your story knowing every wrong turn you would take, and I still decided to bless you. That's called grace. That's called mercy. That's who I am. And I'm still going to finish what I started in you. This is not your ending. This is your crossing over. The moment where you leave behind the wilderness and step into what you were born for. But crossing over requires something. It requires leaving Egypt behind. You know what I mean. The old mindset, the slavery to fear, the constant looking back at what hurt you and calling it home. You can't bring that with you where we're going. It doesn't fit where I'm taking you. I'm giving you new vision, new fire, new favor. But you have to come empty-handed, no baggage, just faith. And I know you're tired. I know your hope has worn thin. But I'm still strengthening you. I'm still breathing life into what looked dead. The same spirit that raised Jesus from the grave is alive in you, and it's waking up again. You're not weak. You're being refined. You're not failing. You're being reshaped. You're not forgotten. You are being prepared. And everything I've allowed has been part of that preparation. Every closed door, every tear, every waiting season. Even the ones you didn't understand, they all shaped something in you that comfort never could. Now you're stronger. Now you're wiser. Now you know what it means to walk by faith, not by sight. And that kind of strength is what's going to carry you into your next season. So when the enemy tries to remind you of your past, remind him of my promise. When fear starts whispering that nothing's going to change, let my word be louder. When doubt tries to creep in, declare who I said you are, not who life tried to tell you to be. You are not done. You are not defeated. You are not disqualified.